Hello, students. My name is Brian Zelasco. I'll be your instructor for the Public Relations Writing class. I wanted to go over a few things here on the course website just to be sure you understand where we're headed. When you open up your Plato classroom, the first place it brings you is the announcements page. It will always bring you there first. Announcements are announcements. Any sort of alert, any sort of change of whether a class is canceled or something has been changed or I've added or subtracted an assignment that you didn't know about. I will let you know on announcements. I don't think there'll be many changes, but that's the first page that you will be on when you open up your classroom and check your announcements. Here there are a few instructions. Be sure to read these carefully. And when you have done so, go to Communications. It will direct you to Communications page. The communications is how we will talk to each other or communicate with each other since this is a fully online class. Now, there's three ways that you can communicate with me or with the other students. First one is internal message tool, and this is just like email, except it's not on an outside email server. It will be private. If you want to send me a message or have a question that's of a private nature, use this, and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. I will be checking it several times a day, so I'll get back as quick as I can. If it's a course-related question, anything course-related, put it in this forum. Ask the instructor. That way, if another student, if you ask me a question and I give you an answer, if another student or two or three students have that same question, when they go into this forum, they will see the question and the answer and they won't need to ask the question. So please use this for anything course related. And third, there is a student lounge where students can ask questions or just meet each other and discuss anything you'd like. This is your own little student lounge forum in here. So there's three ways to communicate. I have an office. They have not given me a phone line yet, so I don't have it. I will try to post it up here. But this is my office, and you can always make appointments if you want to get together with me. After announcements and communications, go to Start Here. This has more instructions and our syllabus and outline and lots of links. Please read this thoroughly. There's some notes in here about things that you need to be sure you're competent in. Certainly Plato. Read the syllabus thoroughly. Get your textbooks as quickly as possible. Now, the textbooks should be in the bookstore. Our main text is there now. I checked myself. I believe I asked the bookstore to order the wrong supplemental text. I believe I asked them to order the 10th edition, and we need the 11th edition. But that shouldn't be a problem getting started here. But don't bother buying the 10th edition because what we need is the 11th edition. Read all of these instructions here. If you don't want to buy your textbooks at the bookstore, here are links to get them directly from Amazon. You just need to get them as quickly as possible. If you click the link, it takes you right to the main textbook. You can buy it used, I believe. Yes, I think you can buy used ones for as little as $17, $18, but I think I only saw one in there. At least it's under $50 for the paperback. And the supplemental textbook, this does have the correct one, the 11th edition. You can go directly to Amazon and get that also. It's only about $16. Here is where you will introduce yourself. This is a forum so that we can all see it, and please follow the instructions for this and post a short bio about yourself, not too short. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your interests, and post at least a picture of yourself. preferably 2 or 3 pictures of you and your dog or your family or your friends, just so we can get to know you. Next is the overview of the types of assignments you can expect each week. Read this. They will be similar each week. Reading in the textbook, you will have to write a summary of it, of that reading. There may be some exercises within the chapter that you need to do. A short weekly quiz, some word exercises that come out of the Blue Book, some additional short writing assignments, and possibly an occasional video or something else that I may put in there. After that is the grading rubric and the course calendar. When you're done not only reading but completing all of these instructions and tasks at the start here, go to week 1, and that will have the specific details of that week's assignments. Read it thoroughly. If you have any questions, again, send me a question, but this will give the details of each week's exercises and assignments. In here is the Ask the Instructor discussion forum. I'll put it in each week, so it's right in that week's assignments if you have any questions about it. Here is a PDF of the first chapter of the textbook. In case you decide to order it on Amazon and not get it from the bookstore, you will need to be able to read chapter 1, and so this is a PDF of it. It's only about 12 pages, this first chapter, but it will save you from not having to buy the book from the bookstore, which I think is more expensive if you decide to buy it from Amazon. Here's the PDF. Here's the Dropbox for your written assignments. Here is the exercise out of the Blue Book. And this is a discussion forum so that you can read other people's sentences that they write using the homonyms that we will be doing exercises on. And you need to write some sentences and comment on at least one other person's sentences right here. Down here, I will put at the bottom of the first couple of weeks' assignments, the Blue Book. About half of the Blue Book is a list of confusing words and homonyms that a lot of people get wrong much of the time. And she put it right, the author put it right online. It's a searchable database. And if you go to it, you can bookmark it in your computer. And if there are words, if you go, when you're proofreading, you're writing, and there's a word and you're not positive you've used the right one, accept and accept, affect and affect, just go to this website, find that word alphabetically here, and then click on it, and it will have what the difference is between those two words so that you can be sure you're using the right words. It's a very common mistake that a lot of people use in their writing, where they simply use the wrong homonym when they're writing something. So that's week 1 assignments. I will have each week out as early as I can, so you can get started on the next week if you get done with 1 week a little early. And that should do it for these basic instructions. I'm glad you're here in the class, and I look forward to working with you. And it's time to get started.